Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Do not watch this video if you haven't caught up with this week's episode of Game of Wool. And the person being cast off this week is... Welcome back to Game of Wool, the cast-off, where each week I talk to the latest knitter to leave our competition. And it's week 3. Let's dive in there, like swimwear. Let's get knitting. And it was holiday week. I mean, at this point, what am I doing? We had deck chairs.
Crochet has the potential to be an amazing platform for creativity.
Let's make sure we deck the competition.
Here we go. Whoa! And we had swimsuits.
So we'd like a striking and glamorous design.
I just really wanted to make something that would make you and Sheila proud with how it fits. And
Sorry, I'm quite emotional. I bet nobody else gets like this over knitting.
And we sadly had to say goodbye to the lovely Stephanie.
No, no, it's fine. It's all good. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you very much.
But she's back. She's back at the Yarn Barn, and we're here to talk about your amazing time on Game of Wool.
It was a phenomenal experience.
It was so cool to see everything that you made. And, you know, we had the deck chair challenge and the swimsuit challenge that was the week that you left the competition in. Where do you think, looking back, it all started to unravel?
I think I took a risk in doing crochet rather than knitting with the swimsuit, and that's where it just came unstuck. I was 2 hours behind, so I had to change the design, and it just didn't gel. It was just one of those things. It happens sometimes.
Yeah. What was really amazing for me, as someone who knits and crochets, you only really learned how to crochet for this competition. Yes. So the fact that you were able to do so much crochet and do it so well was pretty impressive.
I was really impressed with the bra. To get the shaping and everything, I thought I did phenomenally well, but unfortunately the lower half didn't quite fit like it was supposed to.
You know, but being able to have learnt that skill in such a short amount of time, when actually before the competition, how long did it actually take you to learn to crochet?
So I have crocheted a couple of things over the years, but it's not my forte, and I've had to take it really slow, and I've had to undo it, and you know how it is when you're doing a new skill.
And the nice thing about you, Stephanie, is that you are breaking down all the stereotypes of what knitters make and what knitters do and what they enjoy seeing and making. So, like, talk to me a little bit about why you wanted to come on the show to prove that not all knitters just have to make blankets and scarves.
No, they don't have to make blankets and scarves. I've done all sorts of things. Life's there to be experienced, and let's just try something new. And that's what I do.
You tried so many new things. You had the dog jumpers, and we had the first week with the sofa.
I know, that sofa. I was so chuffed with that.
And that was the first time that your lovely ruby slippers that you have here turned gold.
They did turn gold.
They turned
because
gold.
we won.
Yes, you did. So just to refresh our memories, what was the story behind the ruby slippers?
So I love relaxing when I knit, and for me relaxing is having your slippers on.
Yeah.
So when I went to the auditions, I thought I can't take my usual great big slipper boots. What can I take? So I thought I'd take these, which is my sparkle slippers. And then I thought, when we win, we have to celebrate, so we could go gold. So I just thought it all fitted together, and then it just snowballed from there, and I was wearing them when we were in the barn knitting, feet up, relaxed, cup of tea, perfect knitting combination.
Was it relaxing though? Because I feel like this was the first, lots of people spend lots of time knitting very solitary, not often with people around.
Yeah.
It's the first time that you probably had to work as a team in certain situations. Like, how was that for you, going from it being the relaxing knitting hobby to being in a competition?
It was intense. There's no two ways about it. And you were timed, which that is something you don't have when you're at home. So yes, it was a little bit like this, but we got there. We worked together when we were in a team, and I was very fortunate to be on a number of really good teams, and we worked together and we stood in for each other when it was needed. And then when it was the solo challenges, I was just in my own little bubble doing my thing, making sure I'd got what I wanted, and as long as I got a cup of tea I was all right.
Oh. What are some of the things that you learned actually from being in the Yarn Barn? Because it is that intense pressure. And what are some of the things that you learned about yourself and that you'll take away?
that I know very little about knitting.
I feel like when I'm like looking around, I'm like, what is that stitch? How are they doing that? And it got more like it's like from the start all the way through. It gets more and more like, what on earth is that?
Yes. I'd never heard of the word steeking.
I hadn't.
No, that was totally new to me.
Yeah.
That was first week.
Yeah.
So I've learnt an awful lot from that perspective about myself. That I can do things on a time limit if I really, really want to. I obviously choose not to at home.
Yes.
I enjoy it as a relaxation at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can step up when I need to, and I'm really pleased about that.
Have you like continued to crochet since the competition?
Do you know, I got home, first day I was I was knitting a new project, but I have actually crocheted an Easter ring for my mum and dad.
Oh really?
And I gave it to them on Saturday and they are in awe.
So
they absolutely loved it.
I'm glad that like you didn't just pick up the crochet hook for the competition and you're able to take that out.
Yeah.
I feel like so many people are just strictly knitters or just strictly crocheters, and I feel like we've got the hybrid. You've got to give it out for the verse knitting and crochet community, right?
Yeah,
that's the best way to be.
Absolutely. And I definitely went away wanting to do more crochet.
Yeah.
So I did this Easter ring, and then I've also started crocheting a blanket since then as well.
A bit of colour work, or
no. It's hexagons.
Oh yeah.
Octagons and squares that you all fit together.
Oh,
so
lovely.
I'm really, really pleased with that. I think I was in a big and bold mood when I ordered the wool though.
Was it
it's
very
a bit
colourful?
bright.
What colours did you go for?
Bright gold, bright blue, and bright green.
So one question I'm asking everyone that comes on the cast off is, what is one piece of advice that you give to any knitter or crocheter?
Keep going, keep persevering, keep practicing, because the skill only comes with practice. So don't let the first piece that you do, don't give up, just keep going, because it's such a brilliant skill to have, and it's so relaxing when you get into it, and I love it. I wouldn't be without it.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Stephanie. I wish you all the best for your future knits and crochet projects. I can't wait to see what you create. And then join us next week, where we'll be speaking to another person that is cast off from our lovely little Game of Wool TV show.